Hi and welcome to Yoga Naraska. My name is Catherine. I am a yoga teacher and a person who has suffered from premenstrual dysphoric disorder, or PMDD, for about the last 15 years. If you're not familiar with premenstrual dysphoric disorder, you can check out my video here that describes the 11 signs and symptoms of PMDD, and I have lots of other PMDD resources here on my channel. I invite you to subscribe to my channel if you are interested in learning more about PMDD and the intersection of yoga and mental health. I also have a podcast called Yoga for Mental Health that discusses a lot of the same topics, and you can join me on social media under @YogaNaraska, so we can connect there and have some more conversations about these important topics. So you're probably here because you have PMDD. My condolences. I know what it's like, obviously, and it's not a very fun thing to live with. But because you have PMDD, I also know that you are an extremely resilient person. And although it's really hard sometimes, you do care for yourself and love yourself enough to take action to feel better even when times are hard. Personally, for me, yoga has been a great way to manage my physical and mental health, especially through all these ups and downs of having PMDD. Not only the physical practice of movement, but also the philosophy of yoga and, the mental health benefits of practicing regularly. I don't think yoga is going to cure your PMDD, but I think it's a really valuable tool in staying well in your PMDD journey and to loving yourself a little bit more, even though it can be hard. So my gift to you is this series of mini yoga classes. They're 20 to 30 minutes long, and I've tailored them for each phase of your menstrual cycle and the sort of different needs that you're going to have throughout your menstrual cycle. They're geared for all ages and abilities, so all you really need is your yoga mat and maybe some props, but I'll give you some direction on other things that you can use in place of props if you don't have them. And I just wanted to remind you that if anything doesn't feel good, please don't do it. I don't want you to hurt yourself or harm yourself. Just make sure that you are listening to your body. That's what yoga is all about, is connecting in with the mind and body. So if something doesn't feel right, feel free to take a different pose or come down to child's pose or do whatever you need to do to feel most comfortable. You can find a link to the playlist below down there, and make sure that you go over there and get that set up so you can have some nice music for your practice. You can open it in a separate window and just play this video and your music at the same time. So that's all I have to say for now. I hope you enjoy your practice, and I'll see you again at the end of this video. Hello and welcome to the luteal phase mini class of this Yoga for the PMDD Cycle series. I know you're probably not feeling so hot this week. Luteal phase is a pretty rough time for people with PMDD, brutal luteal as we know. So this is the time when you're probably going to be feeling a little bit of emotional turmoil, a lot of physical pain and tension in the body. So we are looking to relax and release that emotional tension. So we're going to be doing a couple hip opening exercises. We do tend to carry a lot of motion within the body, so if you find that you're getting yourself upset, it's okay to cry, no worries. You can take a pause of this video at any time, or you can just let it out. Totally welcome here. I totally know where you're coming from. So the playlist for this video is in the description or in the email below. You can head on over there, pause this video, get your yoga mat, get your playlist set up, and we will get started. It's going to be a very, very chill class. We'll be lying on the mat, like it's basically going to be lying down the entire time. So very achievable if you are in pain or low energy. No worries, I got you. Okay, so I'm going to get my playlist set up, and you can join me whenever you are ready. Okay, I'm going to start my playlist in 3, 2, and 1. So I'll give you a moment to equalize your volume. You can play your playlist either on a different device or in a separate window with the Spotify or Apple Music app. Just make sure you can hear the music and my voice. So we are going to begin lying down today. So get yourself into a nice, comfortable supine position on your mat. Whenever I come into a lying position, I actually like to bring my knees up to the chest for a moment so I can really ground my lower back into the mat. I have a very rounded lower spine, and as such, I always have really bad lower back cramps the week before my period. So let's give ourselves a nice little back massage here, just rolling back and forth, maybe drawing circles with the knees to Massage that low back into the earth. I just find that helps release this mind down towards the mat and prevent any low back pain, or at least reduce it. You can also give yourself a nice little hug here. You probably need it. Let's send our legs out long now. Just connect in to our practice, falling onto the mat today, knowing for the next 20 or 30 minutes there is nowhere else to go and nothing else to do but to be fully present here with yourself. And I know that sounds scary, but with practice, you'll find it's actually quite nice. Instead of running away from your mind and body, taking the time to really check in and feel those emotions and those bodily sensations, and just let them pass through you, instead of fighting with them all the time. So just let yourself be open for the next few breaths to whatever is showing up for you today, whatever is present in your mind and body today. Beginning to deepen the breath a little now. Maybe putting the hands on maybe one on the chest and one on the belly. And feeling the rise and fall of the breath. I know it's easy to get lost in a train of thought, especially in this phase of your cycle. But just when you notice that you're being distracted or something's bothering you, just recognize it, let it be on its way, and come back to the present moment, come back to the breath. Come back to the body. So let's warm the spine up now a little bit. Let's take the arms out above the head and, sorry, I'm just going to make sure my mic is free here. Okay. Now let's give the body a nice full body stretch. Stretching the feet and the hands in opposite directions, maybe giving them some little circles. And relax. Let's do a couple little cycles of tension and release. So when we inhale, let's tense all the muscles up. Exhale, let them go. Let all your worries go with each big sigh. Let all the tension in your muscles go with each big sigh. Inhale, let's tense up. Exhale, release. Inhale, tense up. Exhale, release. Let's do one more. Inhale, tense. Hold, tense, tense, tense. Squeeze every muscle in the body. And exhale, let it go. Okay, now let's take the hands together. Make a little steep little pointer finger here. And let's bring the hands over to the right, coming into a little crescent shape, and then we'll walk the feet over to the right. So a gentle little crescent moon shape here. You could call it a banana if you like. We're just stretching open the left side of the body here, making a little C curve of the spine. Breathe deeply. One deep breath. Walking back to center. Let's take the hands over to the left side now. Feet walking off of the mat to the left side. Coming into that little crescent shape once more. Opening up through the right side of the body now. And inhale back to center. Okay, let's take the hands down into I hit my plant there. Take the hands down into a T position, so they're off to the side in a little T here. Let's bend the right knee so that the right foot is on the inside of the left knee. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let's drop the right knee over to the left side of the body. So now it doesn't have to touch the ground, it's just ailing in that direction. I like to tuck my toes sort of behind my left knee or the opposite knee and turn my head over to the opposite direction that the bent knee is pointing. So in this case, to the right. Enjoying this nice spinal twist. Especially if you have low back pain like me. Breathing deeply, just relaxing in each of these poses. Not straining or pushing or forcing, just going only as far as feels good in the body. Let's come back to center on the inhale. Sending the right leg long. Left ankle comes to the inside of the right knee. Arms are still in that T shape. Take a deep breath in. Drop the left knee over to the right side this time. Again, I like to tuck my toes behind the opposite knee crease. And head turns the opposite way of the pointed knee, so in this case the left. Breathe deeply. Inhale, coming back to center. Let's keep the left leg bent here. Open the right leg up. Right ankle goes over left knee. Coming into a little figure four shape here. And we're going to lift up the left sole of the foot. Coming into a figure four shape. You can rest your hands behind the left thigh here. And you can just gently bring it towards, like bring the left thigh towards the chest. So then you're going to start to feel a stretch in the outer right hip. So I'm going to leave as far as feels nice. Holding gently here. Exhale, let's bring the left sole of the foot down to the mat. Keep the right ankle where it is. We're going to press the right knee away from us, so straightening out these hips. Hands come on either side of the hips, And we're going to press the hips skyward, coming into a little bridge here with a figure 4 leg formation. So let's inhale to lift, press that knee away, lift too high. Once first feels good. One more breath. And exhale down. Let's untangle that right leg. Bring it down to the mat. Left ankle comes over right knee. Lifting the right sole of the foot up. Hands surrounding the right thigh. Gently pulling towards the chest. Feeling that sensation in the outer left hip now. We're going to flex both feet here, making this an active pose. Exhale, let's bring that right sole of the foot down. Press the left knee away. Hands come down to the mat as we lift the hips up. Doesn't have to be too high here. Just experimenting with sensation. One more breath. Exhale, lower. Wonderful. Alright, so from here, let's take the left knee in towards the chest. Send the right leg out straight. Flexing through both feet. This is called wind relieving position, so if you're relieving some wind, no worries. Let's bring the right knee in as well. Send the left leg out long. Taking our time here. Okay, let's bring the left leg back up to the chest here. And we're going to be coming into happy baby pose. So if this one is difficult for you and you have a yoga strap nearby, feel free to grab it. You can also use a scarf. We'll see where we get to. So I'm going to set the soles of my feet skyward. And if you can reach, you can grab onto the outside of the foot, the inside of the foot, or the big toes. If you can't reach, you can grab your strap. Whatever you have, you can even use a sweater if you're in bed or something. And wrap it around the soles of the feet, and then you can use the strap to pull the knees sort of down and towards you. And then at the same time, we're pushing the soles of the feet up towards the sky. So whatever feels right for you. So the knees are a little bit wider than the hips. Soles of the feet pointing towards the sky, knees are gently coming down. You can rock back and forth again if you like to massage that low back, whatever feels right. You might experiment with rotating the ankles a little bit and the hands, if that feels nice. And coming back into the center. Let's let the legs float down. Let's let the legs float down to the mat. And for this next little bit, we're going to need to be up against the wall. So if you have a wall nearby, perfect. If not, you can use the edge of a bed or your couch or something. You won't have the support on the upper edge if you're on a bed or couch, but just keep your legs straight. So what we're going to do is face the wall. And we're going to come into a reclined position. And scoot yourself as close to the wall as you can. So you might need to put your legs up on and just slowly scoot the wall as close to the wall as you can. Another way to do this would be to lie on a little ball next to the wall and then roll. So your bum is pretty much directly touching the wall itself. Arms can go up to the side if that feels nice. And let's walk the legs right up the wall here. Pointing the sole of the feet at the sky. If you're on a bed and it feels nice, you might, or a couch, you might bow knees so that the calves kind of fold over, whatever feels best. Just enjoying this sort of mini inversion, bringing some fresh blood to the upper body. Enjoying this sort of different sensation. You might place an extra pillow underneath the low back if that feels nice. Breathing deeply. You might even place the hands on the belly in Yani Mudra, so that's thumbs together, pointer fingers together, making a little triangle, and you place that over the womb. You can place all fingers together like this if you like, whatever feels good. Just noticing that rise and fall of the belly, the low belly. Let's exhale as we drop the right leg out to the side, kind of opening up that hip only as far as feels good. Experimenting. Moving slowly. Not judging yourself for how far you can go. As you can see, I don't have that much flexibility, so I'm just stopping where it feels right for me. Inhaling back up to center. Exhale, left leg starts to draw down towards the earth. Hands out to the side might be helpful here to help you keep your balance. Again, only going as far as feels good. Inhaling back to center. Let's bow the knees and walk the legs down, or walk the feet down, sorry. And then let the knees open, coming into sort of a upside down cobbler's pose here. Noticing how this feels in the hips. Maybe just gently pressing the knees open a little bit. If you really want to relax, you might bring the hands straight up and overhead. Just feeling relaxed, letting the tension drain out of the legs, exchanging fresh blood throughout the body. Let's come back through center and the knees together. Walk the feet back up. About halfway up the wall. And if you like to experience a little bit of lower back weightlessness, if you feel comfortable, you might bring the hands down and place them underneath the hips. And then pressing your feet into the wall, begin to lift the hips. And then release some of hands underneath the hip bones, the side hip bones, as a bit of support. And then walk the feet up a little bit higher. Now your sort of upper arms are on a bit of a tripod here with your head and shoulders. Well, I hope this feels good. If not, do whatever feels good for you. If you'd like to step away from the wall, you can feel free to do that or experiment with one leg at a time. Dropping down towards the earth. Whatever feels right. You might experiment with both legs. Seeing if you can get them straight. It's a little bit tricky. And when you're ready, just tuck your knees in. Or just drag it upward. And very slowly back down to the earth. Connecting the feet back in with the wall. But again, if that's way too much for you, you might just be like hanging out here. That's fine. But I'm sure no matter where you are, your legs are running out of blood a little bit. So let's come back out of our wall pose here. Tuck your into the chest, roll over to the side, and we'll come back to our position on the mat. Okay, so from here, let's grab a pillow, and we're going to place it behind the bum. Place it behind the bum. We're going to walk the upper body down so that our lower back is fully supported here. You can use as many pillows as you like. Bringing the soles of the feet together. Let's open up the hips once more. Bring the feet as close to the ground as you like. Opening the hips. Preparing for a little supported Savasana here. If this is uncomfortable, you can have your legs out straight, whatever feels nice. And if you'd like to support underneath the knees with extra pillows or blocks, go right ahead. Just something about this pose helps me to connect in with my feminine energy, which is something that I've struggled with, especially due to my PMDD. I've kind of railed against my femininity over the years. But this just feels sort of like a womb opening, preparing that blood to flow within the next week. Emptying out the old, making way for the new. Letting out any emotions that we might be storing in these tense hips here. And for the next couple of moments, let's just enjoy some silence. Letting your mind just float along with the music as your body relaxes. If your mind wanders, just gently bring it back. there's another pose that feels more comfortable to you, or a repeat of the poses that we explored earlier in this class, feel free to choose them as well. Perhaps the twists from the beginning might feel nice, especially for curling the muscles. Just make sure that you're entirely comfortable wherever you are. When you feel ready, coming back through center and coming on to your side into a little sort of fetal position. Taking a moment here to rest and awaken from your practice. Pushing yourself up to a seated position. Bringing hands to heart center. Giving yourself a gentle bow for taking this time for yourself, especially at a time of the month that I know is very difficult to do that. I commend you for showing up for yourself, and thank you for taking this time to practice with me. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Until next time. Hi, me again. I'm hoping not to interrupt your Savasana. I hope you are enjoying your post-practice bliss. But I just wanted to come on and say hello and thank you again so much for spending this time with me and taking the time for yourself. I would love to hear your thoughts on how this practice went. Did you find it challenging? Did you find it easy? Did you find it enjoyable? I would love to hear your feedback so I can integrate that for future yoga videos. Hit the like button if you enjoyed and share with your PMDD friends. If you subscribe to my channel as well, you'll also get updates of more yoga videos and more videos on PMDD, mental health, all that sort of goodness. And if you'd like some extra freebies, more resources, yoga, etc., and a nice community of PMDD yogis, you can join my mailing list below. The link is down there too. And you can join us. There'll be a weekly email every Friday that will have all of the sort of content that I put out throughout the week, and also something free just for my email subscribers. So that's usually a yoga class or some sort of resource, especially made with love just for my subscribers. I also have a Facebook group that you can join if you'd like to connect with other PMDD yogis as well. That's in the link down there. So if you see the value in practicing yoga for your PMDD, I would love to have you in my upcoming online course. It's called the Dysphoric Yogi. It's a 6-week online course that is full of full-length yoga classes, meditations, lectures on what's going on in your PMDD cycle and how PMDD relates to the world around you. We'll also meet live once a week to discuss sort of our experiences and have a little bit of peer support engagement. And all of this will be designed with PMDD in mind. There'll be journaling exercises, workbooks, an exclusive Facebook group, and tons of value-packed free content that I will also throw in there just for you. My goal is to empower you to speak up for yourself and make your needs known so you can get those needs met with your friends, your family, your workplace, and your medical team, because PMDD is really hard to live with and you deserve all the support that you can get. So I would love to offer you my support in your journey. So please check out the Dysphoric Yogi. If you join my mailing list that we discussed earlier, you'll be the first one to know about the release date for my course. So I would love to see you there. Don't forget to subscribe so you have access to the other 3 Yoga for Your PMDD cycle classes, and you can save them for your next cycle. Again, thanks so much for being here with me. I appreciate it so much, and I would love to hear from you. So let me know in the comments what you thought, and let's connect.